Welcome, dear viewers, to our channel, a sanctuary for those who revel in the shadows, who find solace in the unsettling. Here we explore the darkest corners of our world, the mysteries that linger just beyond the veil of reality. Tonight we venture deep into the unforgiving embrace of the wilderness, a place where nature's beauty often conceals a chilling primal darkness. We bring you two tales of unexplained phenomena, stories that will leave you questioning what lurks beyond the familiar, what unseen forces watch us from the shadows of the ancient trees. Prepare yourselves, dear viewers, for these are not tales for the faint of heart. These are stories that will cling to you long after the screen goes dark, stories that will leave you questioning the very fabric of reality. And if you find yourself drawn to the chilling allure of the unknown, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon, so you never miss a moment of our descent into darkness. Our first tale takes us deep into the heart of the sprawling Appalachian Mountains, a place of rugged beauty and ancient secrets. It's here, amidst the towering peaks and whispering pines, that a seasoned hiker named Mark vanished without a trace, leaving behind a mystery that continues to baffle investigators and terrify locals to this day. Mark was an experienced outdoorsman, someone who knew the trails like the back of his hand. He'd explored these mountains countless times before, drawn to their solitude and grandeur. On this particular day, he set out on a familiar path, a challenging but well-marked route that promised breathtaking views and a sense of serene isolation. He'd packed carefully, as always, bringing ample supplies, his trusty compass, and a map worn thin from years of use. He'd even sent his sister a detailed itinerary, a precaution he always took before venturing into the wilderness. He was last seen at the trailhead, his spirits high, his eyes alight with anticipation. Days turned into weeks, and Mark's absence became a gnawing mystery. Search parties scoured the mountains, their calls echoing through the silent woods. Helicopters buzzed overhead, their powerful searchlights piercing the dense canopy. But Mark had vanished, swallowed whole by the unforgiving wilderness. Days turned into weeks, and the search for Mark continued, but hope began to dwindle with each passing hour. Search parties, their initial optimism fading into grim determination, combed every inch of the trail and beyond, their flashlights cutting through the dense undergrowth, their voices calling out Mark's name into the indifferent wilderness. Then, just when all hope seemed lost, a glimmer of something strange, something unexplainable, emerged from the depths of the forest. Searchers stumbled upon Mark's campsite, undisturbed, his tent pitched with meticulous care, his belongings neatly arranged inside. It was as if he had simply vanished into thin air, leaving behind no trace of his presence, no sign of a struggle, no indication of where he might have gone. His backpack lay open, its contents carefully laid out, a map with a strange circular symbol drawn in red ink, a compass pointing stubbornly north, and a half-eaten energy bar resting on a crumpled protein wrapper. It was a scene frozen in time, a tableau of normalcy abruptly interrupted, a chilling testament to Mark's sudden and inexplicable disappearance. The only clue, if it could even be called that, was a series of strange symbols etched into the bark of a nearby tree. The symbols, crudely carved and seemingly nonsensical, defied identification. They were unlike anything the park rangers had ever encountered, a chilling hieroglyphic language that hinted at something ancient and unknown lurking in the heart of the mountains. Some whispered of ancient legends, of spirits that wandered the mountains, their voices carried on the wind, their forms shifting and indistinct. They spoke of places where the veil between worlds thinned, where reality itself fractured, allowing glimpses into realms beyond human comprehension. Others speculated about wild animals, about the unpredictable nature of the wilderness, about the ever-present danger that lurked beneath the surface of beauty. They spoke of bears, their massive paws capable of crushing bones, their roars echoing through the valleys, their hunger an insatiable force. But the symbols, those unsettling markings, offered no easy answers. They remained an enigma, a chilling reminder of the mysteries that lay hidden beneath the surface of our world. The authorities, baffled and frustrated, eventually called off the search, leaving Mark's disappearance an unsolved mystery. Years have passed, Seasons have changed, and the forest has slowly begun to reclaim the campsite. But the mystery of Mark's vanishing lingers. Hikers whisper tales of the missing man, their voices hushed as they pass the spot where he was last seen, their eyes scanning the woods for any sign, any clue that might offer a glimpse into his fate. The symbols on the tree remain, weathered but defiant, a silent testament to the unknown. They stand as a chilling reminder that there are forces at play in this world that we may never fully understand, forces that can snatch us away without a trace, leaving behind only questions that echo unanswered in the vast emptiness of the wilderness. Our tale takes us to the desolate plains of the American Southwest, a place of stark beauty, where the earth stretches out towards the horizon, unbroken except for the occasional scrub brush and ancient rock formations. Beneath a sky brimming with stars, a group of friends encountered a phenomenon that defied explanation, a ghostly beacon in the night that led them to a discovery they would never forget. There were three of them, Jake, Emily, and Ben, old friends drawn together by their love of adventure and curiosity about the world beyond the city limits. They'd piled into Jake's beat-up Jeep, their laughter echoing across the empty highway as they set out for a weekend of camping and stargazing. Their destination was a remote canyon, known for its stunning sunsets and eerie silence. It was the kind of place where the weight of solitude pressed down on you, where the vastness of the sky made you feel impossibly small. They arrived at dusk, setting up their tents as the last rays of sunlight painted the canyon walls in hues of orange and purple. As darkness descended, they built a crackling fire, the flames casting dancing shadows into the surrounding darkness. They shared stories and laughter, their voices the only sound breaking the silence of the desert night. The stars, a million pinpricks of light against the velvety black sky, seemed close enough to touch. Hours later, as the fire dwindled to embers and the friends drifted off to sleep, something strange happened. Jake, the last one awake, noticed a faint orange glow flickering in the distance. At first, he dismissed it as a trick of the light, but the glow persisted, growing brighter, casting long, dancing shadows across the canyon walls. Curiosity piqued. Jake roused his friends, and together they cautiously approached the mysterious light, their flashlights cutting through the darkness. As they drew closer, the air grew noticeably colder, a sudden chill that sent shivers down their spines. The smell of burning wood, acrid and strong, filled their nostrils. But there was no sign of any campfire, no source for the flickering light that now pulsed with an unnatural intensity. It was Emily who first noticed the footprints, a set of bare footprints etched into the hard, packed dirt, leading towards the pulsating light. The footprints were unlike anything they'd ever seen before, each toe elongated and pointed, the arch impossibly high. Fear, primal and instinctive, began to claw at the edges of their bravado. The light, now a blinding beacon in the darkness, seemed to pulse in sync with their racing heartbeats, its warmth an unnatural, almost hostile heat. As they followed the trail of footprints, their flashlights illuminated a scene that sent a wave of terror washing over them. There, in the center of a circle of scorched earth, lay a pile of bones, bleached white by the desert sun, and beside the bones, clutched in a skeletal hand, was a human skull, its empty sockets staring back at them with silent accusation. They stumbled back in horror, their minds struggling to comprehend the scene before them. Who had made those strange footprints? What had happened in this desolate corner of the desert? And what was the source of the eerie light that had led them to this gruesome discovery? Suddenly the light flickered violently, casting grotesque shadows that danced and writhed around them. Then, as quickly as it had appeared, the light vanished, plunging them into an impenetrable darkness. They were left standing there alone in the vastness of the desert, the silence broken only by the sound of their own ragged breathing. They fled back to their campsite, their fear propelling them forward, the image of the skull seared into their minds. They packed up their gear in frantic silence, their movements clumsy and rushed, their eyes constantly scanning the darkness for any sign of the eerie light or the creature that might have made those footprints. They didn't speak as they drove away, the silence thick with unspoken fear and unanswered questions. They left the canyon behind, but the experience stayed with them. A chilling reminder that there are places in this world where the veil between reality and nightmare wears thin, where ancient secrets linger, and where the darkness holds terrors beyond human comprehension. And so, dear viewers, we conclude our journey into the heart of darkness, into the realm of unexplained phenomena and chilling encounters. The wilderness, for all its beauty, holds secrets that we may never fully comprehend, forces that defy logic and challenge our understanding of the natural world. If you found yourself captivated by these tales, be sure to show your appreciation with a like, leave a comment below sharing your thoughts and fears, and spread the darkness by sharing these stories with your fellow adventurers into the unknown. Until next time, dear viewers, stay safe, stay curious, and remember, the darkness is always listening.